Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Minus the Rumors podcast for April 28th, 2016. I am Ed from Zero Plays Games, joined with my co hosts, Crimson Rose from Crimson Rose Games, Ziploc Bob,
Hello, everybody.
and Angry Hippie Lady.
Hello.
How are you guys doing tonight?
Doing well.
Beautiful. Let's get into the news for this week. Once again, April 28th, 2016. Last week we covered a board game for Dark Souls that hit its $75,000-ish Kickstarter range in 3 minutes. I'm really excited to announce that board game still has 17 days to go and is up over $2.4 million with 17,000 backers. That's right.
That is insane.
$2.4 million with 17,000 backers. 17 days to go, and the original goal was $70,832. This game has had multiple stretch updates done because of the huge amount of money, and as I'm looking at it, it just went up to 17,369 backers, total of $2,434,595.
Guess who one of the backers are?
Is it Ziploc Bob?
No, it's actually my cousin because I don't get paid until tomorrow. As soon as I've been telling my family that are gamers about this, and they're extremely excited because we all play D&D, and we also play video games, and this is a nice mixture of the two to where if it's what I'd like to call baby's first D&D set, but I can even call it that because it's Dark Souls, and I know this is going to be hard.
Right. Oh, and it's one thing, they're only halfway through their campaign, so it's ridiculous about how much money they could, by the end of this, bring in, and just how much they're going to be able to do with these funds. I'm really excited. I mean, this thing is obviously going to break some records.
At this point, they need to make some of the stretch goals, like just translating it and localizing it to various countries and languages, because it's just so insane.
I wish they would add more options to donate, like a few more rewards. I think at this point they could afford it. But in other news, Twitch adding a new friends feature. It will be hitting beta this month, in fact. So you'll be able to use Twitch kind of like a social media kind of thing. You can have up to 500 friends. You can chat with them. You can whisper with them with a single click. So it has some good things about it and some bad things about it. It's good because as a person who does stream, we have friends that stream, and it's just nice to have that, a little bit easier to keep up with people.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of always searching their name, just kind of having in a little bubble. But obviously, a little bit of bad thing is like people could be like, "You donate X amount of dollars, and you can be in my friends list." So there's a ways people could abuse it, but I think overall it is a good thing by Twitch.
I see goods and bads in it, but Twitch is very innovative. Like they recently put out the friends, or not the friends post, but the, what do you call it, thing on the left hand side of the screen where like your tweets and stuff like that go out to your viewers. So
Yeah.
you know what I'm talking about. The follower, like, it's just like a little personalized message to your followers when your stream's offline and stuff like that. So the friends thing might not be all that bad, but I do see possibility for it to be abused.
Yeah.
The thing is no matter what system you put into place, there's always going to be a way to abuse it if you work at it for the explicit point of abusing it. But I do see this as a way for like smaller channels to say, such as like mine on Twitch because I barely use Twitch, where you know it's a great way to make networking those first few months of networking a little bit easier and a little bit more fluid. And like nobody streams 24/7, 365, so it's a lot easier way of going. Okay, this person is partnered with this person, so they might offer content that I would enjoy as well, and so on and so forth. If the friends list are public, I don't see in here, unless I'm just completely missing it, and this is possible because I'm a little derpy, that the friends lists themselves will be public. So that could or could not be a thing, as well as the fact that, well, um, the friends list and how it works could just be, hey, who was that person I met yesterday? Oh, I cannot remember their name, but I got them on my friends list. Oh yeah, that's who it is. And you don't have to follow them. That way, people don't get followers that don't actually watch their stuff, because there's people to where I'm follow them because it's my Twitch is my only way of like communicating with them, because we haven't escalated past that level of trust, and that's the only reason why I follow them. I don't really watch their stuff that often to warrant following them.
Beautiful. What about you, Hippie? You got any thoughts on it?
I I guess it's interesting. um, I'm not super excited about it, but it could be something that's good. I really don't see it being a big part of Twitch though. Just because I don't know, I casually use Twitch. Like I go on there and I might watch a couple streams here and there. I stream with you guys, but other than that, if I meet somebody on Twitch, they stay on Twitch. And I might meet them again in a stream, might not, and I'm okay with that. So yeah, that's my thoughts on it. But I have a little bit stronger thoughts on our next subject, and that is The Walking Dead Telltale game season 3. I'm super excited. I've been playing through season 1 and loving every single second of it, every single choice I get to make. But the franchise creator, Robert Kirkman, was talking to IGN about upcoming season 3. And if any of you guys do like the Telltale series, then you may know that there was a mini series that came out. It's Michonne's mini series, and that was also amazing, beautiful, well put together, in my opinion. So yeah, that's gonna be a thing soon. Clementine might come back. She's probably just gonna be a character. We all loved her. We all played as her in season 2. But yeah, that's that.
That's awesome. So in other news, we have
Oh yeah,
Borderlands.
sorry, I blanked out there. That one's completely my bad. Been struggling with my computer all week, folks. Sorry, and I've been kind of out of it. Yeah, we have Borderlands. Basically, Pastix has come, PAX East has come and gone, and of course, there's going to be news. So, Gearbox has confirmed it. Borderlands 3. And if you remember, if you played Borderlands 2, mild spoilers, and the fact that there is a certain openness in the ending that was like, oh, this thing could happen, and we could possibly make another one. And instead of getting a direct sequel, we got the pre-sequel, which happened between 1 and 2. Cool. Now we got the third one. We don't know what system this is going to come on. We don't know anything about it all, other than it's currently in production. It is humming. And for someone like me who's a huge fan of the series, mainly because of its wonderful humor and the fact that it takes two genres that are near and dear to my heart, first person shooters and role playing games, and made this beautiful loot and shoot baby out of it, I'm excited.
I'm excited for it too. I played the heck out of Borderlands. I played some Borderlands 2. I think Borderlands 3 might actually renew my interest in the game. I'm glad to know it's coming. You know, I kind of lost interest in Borderlands 2 once I met Tiny Tina, but yeah, I'm excited. Super excited.
I just hope they have another expansion because it's the DLC that's the great part with these games. That's like Tiny Tina's raid on Dragon's Keep.
Right. Speaking of expansions and patches and things, Diablo 3. Huge, huge, huge news. The new season starts tomorrow.
I'm never going to sleep again, am I?
No, you're probably not, Bob. Everything is getting an upgrade or an update. There are new moves, new runes, new skills, new, all the things. There's new items, new legendary drops, new monsters, and new additions to rifts, new additions to XP in rifts, reductions in difficulty, reductions in XP, all the things. And UI upgrades for those that have hit their first Paragon so that you're not constantly flashing to go look at your inventory.
Yes,
Also-
you finally put those puppies away.
Also, there's a new type of goblin, a treasure goblin, the menagerist goblin. And yeah, it's just it's huge. Thoughts?
I'm excited as someone who just bought recently started playing Diablo. I'm excited that all this is happening. Just the new season really bring a new freshness to the game for a lot of people, honestly.
I was once addicted to Diablo 3. Probably going to be addicted again because it's just pulling me back in. I'm buying it again tomorrow, and I cannot wait until I can kill all the things with all the things.
Killing all the things with all the stuff.
With all the things.
And getting all the things.
Right now, I'm just trying to get hippie and making sure I'm there when it actually happens to the Care Bear stare level.
Care Bear stare. She
What?
doesn't run a face cam, so we'll never know.
What?
That cow level, though.
That cow
Yeah.
level.
But
there is no Cal level, remember?
There is,
There was
actually.
for a little
that
bit.
was after the fact.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about the Whimsy Shire.
Yeah.
Anyways, what's really exciting is, personally, something I love finding in the game is the treasure goblin. There's gonna be a new one that drops items, so that's cool. But in other news, we have a good bit of Nintendo stuff to quickly run down. So, unfortunately, the NX console has been delayed yet again. It'll be launching March 2017. So, we at least have a month that we know it's going to come out. It shouldn't be delayed any more than this. It best be the best thing ever. But I'm excited. I just hate that it's been moved a little bit further back, and I don't have any more information about what it looks like and how it plays. Also, the Legend of Zelda Wii U is also coming to the NX, and obviously will be delayed to 2017 because you can't come out with a game before the console comes out. The NX will not be at E3. I don't even think they plan on mentioning it, so it'll probably be all about the Wii U.
All about the Wii U.
All about the Wii U. As of right now, Nintendo's looking at canceling the Wii U production in 2018, about a year after the NX drops, which the Wii U has been declining for quite a while with revenue and whatnot. And even in these last few months before the NX comes out, it's really going to crawl. So that's what Nintendo is reporting to expect. And other besides that, that's what we have for Nintendo at the moment.
Which is a metric buttload. Dear Lord, I can barely ingest all that.
So, console 2017 game will be on both platforms, and no NX at E3.
And Zelda, all the Zelda, which what I've seen on the internet looks pretty.
So that's all we have right now.
Yeah, it's gonna be big. I can't wait to buy my first handheld portable Nintendo console since the original Game Boy and Game Boy Colors. It looks like we're going to get on into the tech portion of our podcast. Wow, we're smoking right through this thing tonight. The White House Science Fair just took place. Now, for those of you that don't know, President Obama, we're not getting into politics, but President Obama loves science passionately. And every year that he's been in office, he's had a White House Science Fair. And this is the last year that there was going to be a White House Science Fair. And some of the top presenters from the fair involved a robot subway cleaner made by Sia, which basically is a little machine that runs up and down subway tracks designed for New York City that will clean trash off of the tracks that usually stops trains. It'll also clean up dead rats that tend to stop the trains. Other science fair exhibits. We have, how about team from Aurora, Colorado made a prosthetic leg that allows a local veteran that they have there to be able to hike and skateboard and do multiple physical activities, and they won Samsung's Solve for Tomorrow contest.
So cool. Other things that were at the White House was something I find really cool was something called Beacon. So Hannah Herbst, 15, of Florida. Apparently, she was pen paling a friend in Ethiopia when she was in 4th grade, and found out very quick how
Hello.
Krim, you there?
Grim?
Oh boy.
Oh, he's back.
Okay,
Oh.
I thought we lost the Crim, folks.
are
you
we
good?
good?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
Let's see. Anyways,
You got the Ethiopia and
basically
you cut out.
Yeah, it's fine. She found out the hardships of the person that lived in Ethiopia, and was led her to research prototype clean energy device, which floats on the ocean, generates electricity, and it's really cool. And hopefully, we see future things with the wave energy.
My personal favorite of this article was Team Rocket blasting off again. I'm a nerd. Oh well. To where you had Durham, North Carolina students build rockets that soar in there as high as a mile. Mainly just they could have gone higher, but the regulations prohibit higher flights, and won a spot in NASA's Student Launch Initiative. One of the innovations is an internal flywheel that keeps the rocket pointed straight up, explained one of the 17-year-old students.
Whoa. Sorry, guys.
Was that on my end or yours? Nope, that's on mine. My smoke alarm's going off.
I think Bob's house is on fire, guys.
All right, well, while Bob's house is on fire, something that he might need is fire armor. It's an insulating layer for firefighters. It just allows them to stay cool while fighting fires, and also allows them to withstand up to 1,000 degrees Celsius for up to 5 minutes. So it's not that long, but 1,000 degrees Celsius is pretty amazing for even 5 minutes. It's super awesome. It's some sci-fi kind of stuff that, you know, it's stuff that you see in sci-fi movies or read in sci-fi books, and it's like, oh, we're never gonna have that, and it's right here, made by a kid who's 17.
Right?
And I can't believe it.
I think that's amazing. That is thermodynamics put to very good use. Those whatchamacallums, cold packs, instant cold packs.
Yeah.
They work by, they don't, you cannot make cold.
No, you cannot make cold. All you can do is vent heat.
Yes, you can remove
You can only
heat.
create heat and redirect it. You cannot
Yes.
make cold. By the way, sorry for that. Just a false alarm.
Okay, your girlfriend's cooking?
No, it just went off for absolutely no reason. We checked everything. The gas isn't on. The battery was going out.
Oh, well, I thought it was on my end. By the way, guys, this isn't news related at all, but I thought it was on my end. And just before that happened, I smelled like hot electronics in my office.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I think it's my neighbor upstairs. He plays the electric guitar, and his amp tends to get a little bit warm because it's extremely powerful and he's playing it extremely quietly. So the speaker on it, is barely moving, gets hot. But I have like automatic sprinklers in here, and I don't want them spraying my devices unnecessarily.
You don't want to kill Sheila as soon as you get her.
I still want him to call the computer Jenny.
Jenny. No,
My-
he's got to say it in an Australian accent. It's like, no, don't kill Sheila.
We're not talking about that computer, right? My casting PC? Thing's in the corner right now. I'll find a name for it. I'll have like a poll.
But anyway, yeah, that's the fire armor. I love it. It's a step in a direction that I thought that, we'd never see.
Right.
I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I do.
I'm going to leave
Get out,
for
Bob.
the night.
All right, Bob. We will see you next week. Oh, I wonder if one of the things at the science fair was a smoke detector that turns off when you yell, "I'm just cooking."
That needs to be a thing.
It needs to be a thing.
Oh my god, yes.
The things that happen.
No, actually, that was that I'm just cooking fire alarm thing was from the Jimmy Kimmel or the Jimmy Fallon show. Yeah, Jimmy Fallon, late night, whatever. He had send in your genius inventions, and another one was a fork that has a little fan on it that blows on your food so you don't burn your mouth. Yeah. Totally unrelated news once again. I'm sorry for trying to derail, but
No, it's okay. by all means.
Oh, man.
One of the other science fair projects over at the White House was an experiment involving chickens. Chickens. A girl by the name of Michaela Ockles wanted to see which type of pasture chicken, free range chicken, lays the best and biggest eggs. Which one lays the most eggs? So what she did was monitored chickens with surveillance cameras overnight to see who laid what, and went out and measured the eggs. She determined that the Rhode Island Red was the best free range chicken. It's amazing. Oh crap! I knew I was going to say it this week, and I didn't. Oh. All right, guys. It is time that we transition from tech onward. That has been our tech section for this week, and I would kindly like to point you at our Design by Human store, where you can get some awesome MTR wearable swag. Check us out on Design by Humans. Just search for Minus the Rumors, and while you're there, look for Crimson Rose and Zero Plays Games. Just saying.
Just saying.
Just saying.
So, by the way, the Minus Rumor stuff is actually on my channel, on my Design by Humans.
Oh, it is on Crimson Roses. Yes, that's right.
Yes, because we haven't tried to get one because of money, and you can't have multiple. Anyways, long story. On to the entertainment stuff. So we're getting more Disney fairy tale live action movies. They've been doing this the last few years of putting out a lot of these, and they've been actually really good. Jungle Book was the last one that came out that was fantastic, as well as Maleficent. So some that have been are moving forward but not yet green-lit are the Jungle Book 2, Maleficent 2, Wrinkle in Time, Cruella, Jungle Cruise, Dumbo. I don't know how you make a live-action Dumbo. Nutcracker and the Four Realms, Tinkerbell, and Mary Poppins 2. Now, Disney has so many things under their umbrella that they can only have room for 4 or 5 of these movies in the next few years. So not all of these are going to get greenlit, and they're probably going to get put on the shelf. But a few of them that you can probably expect is the Jungle Book 2 and Maleficent 2, since their movies did so well. So pretty exciting about that. Some of the upcoming live-action movies that are coming out is Alice Through the Looking Glass, May 27th. Peach Dragon, which will be coming out in August. And Beauty and the Beast coming out next year. And then the unannounced films, which you'll pick 4 or 5 out of that list, they'll be coming out in 2017 and 2018 and 2019.
Mm-hmm.
So, any of these in particular that you're like excited about?
I am
Jungle
excited.
Book 2. I haven't even seen the first one, and I'm so already excited to see the second one.
I so want to see Maleficent too.
That would be interesting too. I just can't say it, so yeah, that one too.
And this might be the this might sound typical of me, but I would not mind seeing Emma Stone play Cruella de Vil. I think she's got the voice for it. She'd probably look good with a white streak in her hair. Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing that one either.
So if you want to see more movies, and you can't make it to the theater, well, actually, these aren't in the theater anymore. They've been around for a while. Lionsgate movies are now on Steam to rent for 2 days for $3.99, technically $4. But anyway, it's competitive with the all the other sites that you can rent movies on. It seems like a bit much to me because I could just go down to Redbox and spend $1 on it and have that for a day or whatever. But I didn't even know that you could rent movies on Steam until I read this, and it just blew my mind that there's so many different kind of movies. Like, I scrolled through, and I'm a little disappointed some of the movies that are on there. I won't say which ones, but There are some pretty good movies that are up there to rent.
Yeah. My biggest problem with movies on Steam is that they're 800p because they're letterboxed and they're downscaled 1080. So, like 1080p without letterboxing is true 1080p. Once you letterbox 1080, it comes down to 800p. If you letterbox 720p, it goes down to like 500p. So it's an odd size. It's an odd
It
size.
is. It is, but it's a step in the right direction. I mean,
For $4 for a 2-day rental, I mean, that's $2 a day and 48 hours to watch it as many times as you want to.
yep.
So, I mean, that's not terrible bad, I guess.
No, not it's a first step for Lionsgate and Steam. I mean, no time soon are they going to take on Netflix, but good step. It's one that should have happened a long time ago, but I'm excited to see where it goes from here, though.
Right.
Right. But and also another news, real quick, Pixar has been acquired by NBC Universal, which is owned by Comcast. Pixar seems to be not Pixar. Sorry, DreamWorks. DreamWorks was acquired by NBC Universal, which is owned by Comcast. DreamWorks seems to be perfectly fine with the move. But we'll see how things go with them. You know, they are the people that own Shrek, Kung Fu Panda, How to Train Your Dragon. So some great movies in the last few years. So we'll see how that move goes for them. Also, in other news, we have The Killing Joke. We've been keeping you updated on this movie. This is going to be an animated movie that has Batman vs. Joker in the Killing Joke story arc. It's going to be rated R. That's why most people are really excited about it, because it's a DC rated R animated movie. It's going to be first time ever. We get our first trailer from this, and it's really good. Most of it is Joker laughing in the background. Just really sets this vibe of this unnerving, maniacal side of Joker. It really gets under your skin. I really like it. Won't go into too much detail. What are your guys' thoughts on that?
I'm kind of hyped for. I didn't watch the trailer. Did my bad homework. Busy with finals and stuff, but I'm super excited for The Killing Joke to come out just because of the menacing dark of The Killing Joke. Like, I cannot wait for this thing to be out.
Right. And we don't know yet the release date, but obviously they're moving along a fairly decent rate.
Well,
So
because
that's
it's
good. And you
yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
no. Go ahead.
They are moving along at a fairly decent rate because, and the fact that it's an animated movie, like, it should be out well before a live action movie can be.
Right.
So, I mean, I'm like hyped for this. I know we don't speculate, so I'm not going to say when I'm thinking it's going to come out, but I can't wait.
Right. Exactly. And Hippie, you have any thoughts on this or the DreamWorks?
I'm definitely gonna add the killing floor. Is that what it is?
Killing Joke.
The Killing Joke. Sorry, I don't know why I said Killing Floor. Killing Joke to the long list of Batman movies I'm gonna eventually watch one day in the future. Sorry, my dog just distracted me. I don't have anything to say about DreamWorks though.
All right, guys. Everybody, I know you've got them there. Get your Kleenexes that are by your computers right now. It's time to get sad. John Wickstrom made a very, very beautiful short film on Vimeo that was the staff pick for the year so far, called Player 2. This movie was made from a single comment on a YouTube video regarding whether or not games can be a spiritual experience. And I'm going to read this comment that was left on this video by 00 War Therapy 00. Word for word. It's not going to take long, but just close your eyes and imagine here as to whether or not video games can be a spiritual experience. Well, when I was 4, my dad bought a trusty Xbox. You know, the first ruggedy blockety one from 2001. We had tons and tons and tons of fun playing all kinds of games together until he died when I was just 6. I couldn't touch that console for 10 years. But once I did, I noticed something. We used to play a racing game, Rally Sports Challenge, actually pretty awesome for the time it came, and once I started meddling around, I found a ghost. Literally. You know, when a race happens that the fastest lap so far gets recorded as a ghost driver? Yep, you guessed it. His ghost still rolls around the track today. And so I played and played and played until I was almost able to beat the ghost. Until one day I got ahead of it, surpassed it, and I stopped right in front of the finish line just to ensure I wouldn't delete it. Bliss. That comment created one heck of a short video that uses that same wording, word for word, and so far is almost at 1 million views on YouTube, has over 500,000 plays on Vimeo, and 00 War Therapy 00 has contacted Wickstrom and thanked him, and it tugged so hard on people's heartstrings, including Xbox's own Phil Spencer, that he tweeted the video out without saying a word. It definitely, if you haven't heard it before, it'll sneak up on you and kind of hit you. And I just think it's beautiful.
Yeah, the video itself is just, it really tugs at your heartstrings. As a gamer who used to play video games with her dad, I couldn't imagine going back and playing my old PS2 games and it having a ghost on it like that. One, it'd be super creepy, and two, it would tug on my heartstrings just a bit.
All the feels when I watched it, just goosebumps.
Mm-hmm. I had the waterworks turned on. I actually heard that, or I heard it and read that comment when it came out. I watched that video, or not that, I watched the Gaming Be a Spiritual Experience video a year ago, and I saw that comment, and it hit me hard then, and it hits me just as hard today. I couldn't imagine the feels. Or I couldn't imagine how I would take it, trying to race the ghost of one of my parents.
Oh, me. So, unfortunately, that brings us to the end of tonight's podcast. It's a bit of a short one, guys.
Yeah, well, we had the technicals and Bob's house being on fire and stuff, and
yeah, Bob died, and Rip Bob. Everyone put hashtag Rip Bob.
Yep. Make sure you tweet it out. MTR hashtag Rip Bob.
But in releases that are coming up is Battleborn for games, and then Ratchet and Clank and Canal or whatever, and for movies. Nothing too big. As always, guys, we'll be back next week at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on Twitch and on YouTube. We are dual streaming tonight. Be sure to check out all of us. We are all content creators of some way, shape, or form. You can check out my videos and streams. You can check out Hippie's channel. She's almost at 1,000 to go check her out. And Zero, he does the YouTubes and the Twitches, and then Bob as well. You can check out Minus the Rumors on Twitter, YouTube, Votable. We also have NoScope Gaming Glasses for a tracking link, and we also have, if you want some swag, some Design by Humans. Anyways, guys, we will be back with you next week. See you then.
Bye.
Bye.